There he is.
Hi there.
Hey, how are you doing?
Pretty well. I just ran a little late getting out of the shower. That's all.
I was a few minutes early, so not a big deal.
So I see that. So Jim sent out the announcement today, or you sent out the announcement, or
Jim did it. So
okay, just a minute.
yeah, are you able to hear me?
I'm able to hear you. You're a little on the
Muffled side.
quiet side, but I'm not sure that that's not on my end because I've been adjusting my speaker or my earphones for some videos that were fairly loud. So let me take a look here, see where. Yeah, I'm turned down a little bit.
Okay.
So, oh yeah, that's much better.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you're fine now.
Okay.
Or I'm
yeah,
fine,
well,
or whatever.
I wasn't sure because I've been playing around with this and it messed with the audio settings. It's
What is
USB
it?
capture card. And so, of course, it messed with the audio settings.
A USB capture card.
USB, HDMI to USB. 30 frames, 30 frames a second. 19.
So that captures anything that's on your screen, or what?
No, it captures USB or HDMI. So if I plugged a camera in, an HDMI camera, or a video game system, or DVD, or I guess it would be Blu-ray. Blu-ray uses HDMI. I could capture that video.
So that is, you got that eBay or Amazon or what?
You can find them on either. I got that one from eBay because it was $8. Let me see if I can find the link. I think they were 15 at Amazon, and they were
just a minute. I've got my earphones hooked on my glasses. Okay, there we go. Jim's here.
Jim is here.
Hi, Jim.
Howdy.
How you feeling?
Oh, Jim's on top of the world.
Yeah. Where are you? You on the space station today, or what?
Frank's here.
Oh, wow. 2 weeks in a row. Hey, how you doing, Frank?
Frank's on top of the world.
Yeah, me and Frank. They said we were from another planet. I think they're on the right track. Got some coffee, trying to wake up. Me and Frank will be conscious pretty quick.
Oh, yeah?
Frank almost looks like he's frozen.
No,
Hello?
he's hopping around.
I'm sitting back in the room, and there's not a lot of heat back here.
Oh, you're
So
in the
I
back
came
of the
prepared
basement again?
today.
You're in the basement again?
I'm in the back of the basement. Yeah.
Maybe someday Mama will let you come upstairs with us.
Oh, well, it's peaceful back here.
Yeah.
Somebody else has got the same background.
Yeah, that's Jim.
Oh, Jim's got the same background.
Yeah.
You guys are on top of the world.
Yes, it's great up here.
Or are you both in the same time zone? Are you sitting in front of Europe right now there, Frank?
Oh, I don't know. Never paid attention. Last time I was at the Golden State Bridge,
Yeah.
Golden
Yeah.
Gate Bridge.
Golden Gate Bridge, right?
Yeah.
So does that thing precess as the hours go on? Or is it a
What?
stationary image?
No. Oh, Jim's got the same one. You don't have a green screen, do you, Jim?
No, I don't have the green screen.
Let me get this thing. I'll show you what the green screen is, because I actually bought some extra cloth. This is some felt from Joanne's Fabric. Just hung it up.
What color green is it, Frank?
That
kinda
looked like
like,
olive drab.
Kelly green?
Kelly green?
Yeah.
Yeah, that vastly improves the projection of the background. There's no question about that. I've been thinking about hanging one from my ceiling in front of my array of junk on my back wall here in the office.
Yeah. And like this thing is just held up with tacks, little push pin tacks.
Yeah.
Just push them in there, spread it out.
So
And it's not a fancy thing.
So you stick it to the wall or the ceiling?
I've got like a little drop down part of the ceiling. So
Oh.
but you can do the same thing with the wall. If it's a flat wall, you can just put the
Yeah.
pins in the wall. It's got about 7 pins. And how wide is it? It's about 7 foot wide, at least 6 foot wide anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I've thought about doing the same thing, but I really don't have anywhere to attach it behind me.
Now, what you really can do is you can get these stands. Like if you looked on Amazon, they've got the stand that you put it on. But
Yeah.
if you got a wall,
Tripod stands that,
yeah,
yeah.
if you got a wall, I mean, it's just the easiest thing to put up.
An old projector screen painted green or blue or black or something would work.
You can paint it any color because actually Zoom lets you adjust the color, whatever color you have.
Yeah. Most of the software does. Most of it will let you select a color behind you and go.
Yeah.
But here I'm going.
I'm gonna be spending a lot of time with Zoom this year, so I just want to. Not only that, the other thing is something to do. It's like the latest thing to play with.
Yeah.
Get your studio all set up.
Yeah, that's actually I got a camera over there. I got tripods. I got a pretty good mic.
That's kind of what I've been doing this week is getting my cameras back out. And
what kind of camera is that?
That is an old Ion Air Pro. It's an action camera. It's got HDMI out, so I can run the HDMI out into my new toy, my HDMI capture card. So far that's working really good. I've got these other cheap $15 action cameras that I've been setting up. They look like, you know, they're like fake GoPros.
Yeah. You know, I looked on AliExpress and it looked like they had, I don't know if this is real, they had cameras for like $5, $4. Is that real? I mean, would it be worth any good if you bought it?
These things, this one here, I've got in my hand, says it's 4K, and it is 4K, but it's fake 4K. It's really more like 1080p, and they're playing around with the interlacing or something to get it to adjust the rate up.
I don't know if we want to see you that well, Leroy.
Do what?
I don't know if we want to see you that good in
I was
4K.
gonna say,
Yeah.
there are some advantages to low resolution.
This one here, I think I paid like $15 for it, or maybe $20 for it, but it's truly 1080p camera, and it works really well.
Where did you get it from?
Either Lowe's or Big Lots.
Lowe's or Big Lots?
Yeah.
Lowe's.
Yeah, they were doing like a Christmas deal. They had a bunch of stuff just in the aisles.
Yeah.
Um,
I haven't seen anything like that at Lowe's.
that one's been discontinued now though. So I'm trying to get my hands on more of them because these are really good cameras. This 4K one, I got that one from Menards, and I think I
Really?
paid 20 or $25 for it, but it's not truly 4K. It's fake 4K.
I didn't realize Menards sold cameras either.
I didn't either because they go in there a lot.
Yeah, this one, Menards, you know, when you first go into Menards and you go off to the right over, usually that's just miscellaneous stuff, lighting and that kind of stuff. They usually have stacks of just miscellaneous Bluetooth speakers and other stuff. They don't always carry the same stuff. I mean, you got to go over there and kind of look to see what they've got. So that's how Menards works.
Yeah,
But I was going
usually
to
I'm going for
show-
like plywood and stuff.
Yeah. This is that video capture card
Oh,
and it came from California. Got here in a week and a half. But it was,
So it's a capture card and you connect the HDMI monitor to it.
yep. No. It's HDMI input to USB output.
Okay.
So you connect the camera to it, you connect a video game system to it, you connect Chromecast to it, can connect whatever you want to capture. But this was what got me. $8.26.
Does this allow you to split HDMI effectively?
You can, so some people have bought one of those power adapter splitter deals, and you can capture and send your stuff to the TV as well. The biggest drawback that I have found to this is you can't hear the audio when you're recording. So,
but does it record the audio?
it does record the audio. You just can't hear the audio. There's no
That's
pass through.
Huh.
That's so bizarre.
And that is the biggest drawback that I have found to it. I've also had to lower the resolution. My computer's probably just not fast enough to keep up with it, but I've had to lower the resolution to what is it, 1980 by something to get the full 30 frames out of it. Otherwise, I can't get 30 frames.
So you think that's a computer limitation?
I think that's the computer's problem.
Oh, Barry's there.
But
I wondered what a Muga was.
Yeah, that's his stealth name.
he's being stealthy
Yes.
again.
How are you gentlemen doing?
Pretty good. How are you, Barry?
Gee, you talking to us?
Hanging in there.
It's alive.
Good to see you there, Jim.
Hey, it's good to hear from you.
Jim's back, sitting in the dark, but he's back.
Usually in the dark anyway, but yeah. Growing
sound-
mushrooms.
You're sounding better.
Yeah, I can see the coffee cup moving around there in the dark.
At least I sound better. Don't look much better, but sound better.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Have you got anything from AliExpress lately, Leroy?
Well, as a matter of fact, I got my shipment today.
Wow.
4.7-inch e-paper.
Yep. Haven't really had a chance to play with it. It showed up on the front porch about 20 minutes ago. So,
What would e-paper do?
it's got that that kind of screen that's easy to read on the eyes,
Oh,
Oh, this is like Kindle,
like a
This is
Kindle, like
like the Kindle screens.
it's smaller. It's a lot smaller.
Oh yeah.
Kindles are what, 7-8 inches.
Yeah. I think that's the high end, but they are. Their screens are really, really easy to read.
Yeah, there's a lot of glare on that. This one actually refreshes pretty fast.
What do you use it for?
It was $26, something like that, and I just wanted to play with it.
Okay.
It just seemed like,
It's like just a good thing to do.
yeah, it's got a ESP32 on it, and it's basically an ESP32 with a low-powered screen. But they've got it. I don't know if you can see that or not. They've had it set up for weather to display weather reports. And I thought it might not be such a bad thing. Have it up above your monitor or something. Then there's a couple of projects that I saw that are using e-papers to make like open source books.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not real sure if that's good or bad, but
So what do you start out with? You scan it yourself, or you start out with other format, or what?
it looked to me like the big project, they were taking like a EPUB or a text file or something and turning it into something they could use on their e-paper.
So you just load it into the what does the source come from? Does it store it in the device or just
Yeah.
streams?
See, this one doesn't have a SD card reader. So if you were going to use it as an e-paper device, you'd need to, I guess, store it in memory somewhere. You probably could only store a couple of books at a time. It's got the Grove ports, but it doesn't have a SD card reader. which I found kind of interesting.
So how much onboard memory does it have?
ESP32. There's no other memory, so
Oh,
whatever,
okay.
whatever you can get in there. I don't think that TT Go meant this one to be a ebook reader because they didn't give you the SD card or anything. I think they actually meant it to be a weather display. But pretty much all their examples either show you how to draw a picture or display weather or something. So that's what I think they were going for with that one. But it's something to play with. But that's been my fun for the past couple of days.
Well, I had I built a table, like a workbench for the garage. I mean, I got a little workbench down here in the basement, but the room is not very big. So if you bring things in, you know, it's kind of hard to maneuver. So I had some 2x4s, and I had to buy a couple more. And then I got some plywood for the top. Actually, I'll show you. Let's see if I can play the video. Share screen. Okay. Well, we can go on because I'm gonna have to open up Gmail, not Gmail, but I'm going to have to get access to it. But I have like about a 3-minute video. It actually took longer, but I just got kind of impatient with the video, and I was spending more time trying to shoot it than it was taking to build the table.
So you're gonna post this on YouTube or what?
I probably will. I have it now on my Gmail account, on my Google Drive. Okay. I tell you what, I'll cue it up to play, and then I'll share it. Okay, so now let me share it, and I can start it.
You cold there,
Yes.
Leroy?
And we have the heat on, and it's just cold. I'm just cold.
Looks like Art is the only one that the old lady will let him in the house, you know? The rest of us are outside in the cold.
Share the sound.
Must be on his good behavior.
Okay, here it goes. These are the parts. We're all set in the top. In front, we have the sides and the vertical post. And to the left, you see 2 drills. One will be for drilling screws, and the other will be for drilling pilot holes. There are some mounting brackets here used to hold the workbench together. And to the right, there are some screws that will be used to mount the whole table together. Let's move over to the top shelf. The shelf on the right, piece of wood on the right, is going to be a bottom shelf on the workbench, and the top part will be the table.
How thick a plywood is that?
It's got frames built. Here's the fully assembled table. I have a vise coming, but I can use it as it is. I also ordered some casters so I can roll it around. I can maneuver it in the garage and I can work on bigger things. And as you can see, it is complete. It has a vise now. And notice the casters is on wheels. The casters can be locked. Took me a little while to get this together, but now it's done. And I can do things in the garage that were hard to do in the basement. I actually painted it also. I had some kind of maroon paint left over from some rails I was painting coming down to the basement, and so I painted it. I added an outlet box to it so that I can plug things in and have an extension cord to go to an outlet. This is all in preparation for the spring. I'm looking forward to the warm weather, and I don't know what I'm going to be doing outside, but I'm going to be doing stuff. So, and again, it's one of those. It's something to do.
So is the one you put in your basement the same as the one in the garage?
No, it's the one that I put in the basement, and I had that for 25 years. But it came from a kit, and it extends. It's about 7 foot wide. It may be that long, but anyway, it goes into like a cove, and that's the only space I have to work with it. So if you have something really big, it's just unmanageable. For small stuff, it's fine. But with out in the garage, it just doesn't make any difference. If you need a seat clamp or something for something that was really big, you could put a clamp to hold things down. It has a vise the same way, but it's just easier to maneuver things. For instance, if you had an 8-foot 2x4 that you wanted to cut in the basement, it's a chore, and it's just much easier to work with outside. And, as you do this stuff, you don't want to spend a whole lot of time with it. So having this outside is going to cut down the time that I spend, cutting things. Sometimes you'll have something real simple to do, and just maneuvering things around and carrying it upstairs and downstairs and that kind of thing, it just takes a lot of time. So I'm trying to get efficient with all of the stuff I play with. Plus, I guess I had another video where this room that I have in the basement, I kind of fixed it up a little bit. I put a floor down, I put some baseboard around it. And I was thinking about doing a studio, but I guess what I'm finding with this camera stuff is more than a notion. First is editing and setting the camera up right, and God, and everything that needs to be on YouTube is already on YouTube. So adding my stuff, not really helping the body of work. But I still, it's kind of a challenge. So I still want to try to figure out how to film stuff good enough, that I can post it.
So this is all targeted at your teaching?
Well, some of it is because actually I do have some. I have some stuff out there for teaching, but I'm gonna need more material, and I can use some of the stuff that's out there. But some of the stuff, especially with Arduino, is just kind of unique to how I have the class already set up. So I'll probably have to add to that. But videos are really good for teaching, especially if they're done well. Because with I was talking to some people about that today. With kids of any age, it's just focus time is short. So
Yeah.
you catch their attention, and you need to be quick about it.
Not only kids, I've found.
Yeah.
It is a problem. I remember when I could talk for an hour and people would sit there and they would take notes for an hour.
Now you talk 5 minutes and it's, what's going on?
There it is. I mean, they got all the devices. They got their laptop, they got a computer in front of them, they got their phone, and they're not going to pay you attention very long.
Yeah. I just posted a link in the chat thing for the USB capture card and a link to my video showing it working, to a video that I made, if anybody really cares.
Well,
Oh yeah.
copy it and see.
Oh yeah.
So somebody on Twitter had said something about this Rumble platform and how they aren't censoring stuff like YouTube does, and how they're actually sharing and whatever. So I've been trying it, but so far I have had like 20 views. So they're not finding my videos apparently.
Rumble.com.
Yeah. But
When I was a young person a long time ago, Rumble meant something different.
Totally different.
Rumble meant fight, didn't it?
Well, it was a gang fight typically.
Gang fight.
Yeah.
It was the Bloods and the Crips or whatever was from your part of the country.
Yeah.
I guess the Bloods and the Crips are primarily LA.
That was LA, but I grew up in Chicago, and across from the building that I lived in was a park. And these gangs, and it could be any number of gangs, they used to run through with their chains. Sometimes people would have a zip gun, and they drop the bullet. But they fight for whatever reason. That was a rumble.
Yep.
You wear the wrong color and they fight you.
Yeah, they weren't, in Chicago, they weren't so much into colors. It was like gang signs, and
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
when you say the wrong words, and you're in trouble.
I just got a message up on my screen that said we're down to 9 minutes. So apparently we no longer have the ability to watch all the videos. So I hope everybody has the link to the second video.
Yeah, I got it. Jim.
Yeah.
You're in the lights.
We can see Jim.
I took off full screen and I've got some screens up now, but the screen is sliding. It's bringing me up.
The cat's turned on the lights. Is that the deal?
Well, I got the remote for the TV, and I don't know. I guess they're taking over.
Hey Frank,
Yeah.
you get yourself a Raspberry Pi 400?
I don't. I have my last Raspberry Pi was about 2 years ago. So What's the deal with the new Pis?
The 400 is an all-in-one. It's the Raspberry Pi 4 in a keyboard.
In a keyboard.
In a keyboard. Yeah.
Okay.
Supposedly the reviews on it, it's faster than the Raspberry Pi 4, which,
That's strange.
yeah, it blows my mind that it could be faster, but maybe it's got better cooling or something. I don't know.
You still need to plug in a monitor to it,
You
right?
still need a monitor, but it comes with the HDMI cable. Right now, you really can only get it in kit form, and that's the price. So the non-kit form, it cost about $70, so it's like twice as much as a Raspberry Pi.
So you have Raspberry Pi, you can run Linux. You can also run Linux on a computer.
Yes.
Yep.
So now what I'm still convincing
Oh,
myself.
he's gonna say it. Why? He's gonna ask a why question to Leroy. Let's keep
Yeah. Because I told you, I just brought up this Ubuntu server. It's got like 8 gig
Yeah.
of RAM. It's got a i5 processor and runs fast.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I got the Raspberry Pi, but so what? I mean,
Well, it's kind of nice for cameras.
Oh yeah, you can connect cameras to it, but it's running Linux. Well, I guess the cameras and the peripherals. That would be the deal.
well, a bunch of those, bunch of the cheaper robots I've got all use Raspberry Pi. They're not using Arduinos anymore. They're using Raspberry Pis.
Well, yeah, you can put an operating system on it is the key point. I mean, you got a Raspberry Pi is a quad core processor, and you put a little memory with it, and then you can put an operating system on it. And
it runs Linux, so you got an operating system.
no. Default is Raspbian, which is a version of Debian Linux, but you can put Windows on it. You can put a bunch of different operating systems on it. So the default setup is typically with Raspbian, and that is a version of Linux.
Yeah, they've got you could do Ubuntu on it now.
Oh yeah.
There's
You
an
can
official.
do Ubuntu on it. You can put MySQL on it. You
Yeah,
can run all the popular applications.
Yep.
I don't know.
I know what I was thinking. Now, how well does it? What can you do as far as a robot with the Pi that you can't do? I shouldn't say it that way, but
that you can't do with the Arduino.
Well, you got a lot more GPIO for one thing. You've got a lot more IOs.
Like, you've got cameras that you can attach, and you can do computer vision. You could do some AI stuff, detecting various things on the camera. So it's quite a bit more powerful.
Oh yeah.
Now, most of those are still using like an Arduino to drive the wheels and whatever. You're just using the Raspberry Pi to tell the Arduino to turn the wheels.
To communicate with it.
Hey, Mike.
Hello. Sorry I'm late. I was looking for my furry hat with horns. And when you need something like that,
somebody made a
nothing
mistake
else will do.
for somebody else.
Well, we're going to be moving over to the other meeting here soon too. So you got here just in time.
I,
About 3
I
minutes.
just wanted to duck in and say hi, and I probably am not going to move over with you, but
Oh, sad day,
Okay.
sad day. Are you doing all right then? Otherwise,
yes, I am. Thank you for asking.
even if you can't find your hat.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just here. Anybody? Anybody?
So when is this thing shut down? See.
About
2
10
minutes and 13 seconds.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
So what's wrong with your heat there, Leroy?
The house is just drafty, and we didn't cover the windows this year. So I just happen to be sitting in a spot that is kind of drafty.
Hmm.
There's nothing really wrong with the heat. Actually, if we cover the windows, it actually gets really hot in here, too hot. So
Are they double glazed windows or single glazed?
pretty sure they're single. It's an older. That's not the problem. Isn't really the window panes. It is the frames. Like the insulation around the frames is deteriorated, and you can actually feel a breeze along the sides of the windows.
So they're not very well sealed then.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they do what they're supposed to do technically, but not really. And I just happen to be sitting right now where there actually is a breeze. So
We had the original windows in our home that were 40 plus years old, and we replaced them 2 years ago. And the biggest difference that we noticed was in the sound. We insulated the attic probably 10 years ago. We've got like 36 inches of fiberglass up there because I found a bunch of it for free. And I thought, oh, well, that made a big difference. And then
5 seconds.
Oh.
Don't want